Hello there, my name is Project Hi-Fi, and today we're going to be checking out my guitar collection. Roll the intro.
Namaste. Behind your eyes.
So starting out, we've got my Aria Telecaster. I think I got this for a birthday, I think. And I remember really wanting it because it had 3 pickups instead of like 2, and I really wanted a Telecaster, but I didn't want it to be like just one of those ones where it was like just the 2 pickups. Now currently this is unplugged, and it's tuned to, I believe, yeah, A standard. So it's nice and low tuned. I got a bass string on here. I think this is I think it's a 70 gauge string, so nice and heavy. I don't know if you'll be able to hear it in post, but like that's a very bassy sound. But I've tuned this as low as drop F before on this string, and it's had absolutely no issues at all with holding the tuning. So I can't complain. It's, I don't know. She's always played really well for me, whether I'm plugged or plugged into an amp. I'm trying to think of an example of a song that I've used this on. I don't know. I'll show one on screen now. Go.
I guess I'm gonna keep living in the past. It's better than reality.
Alright. So this next one here that I've got, I couldn't honestly tell you. I really need to get the dust off this because I haven't played it in a little bit. But this, I couldn't tell you what company made it, because it's a very, very, very old guitar. And as you can see, obviously, the strings are reversed. So the E, although I think this is currently tuned to drop C sharp. Yeah, that's drop C sharp. And it's missing a high E as well, so there's only 5 strings at the moment. But you know, you can still play like just stuff like that. It's got quite a nice sound to it. I got this at an antique sale. I went with my family, and I think I ended up getting it for like 50 quid in the end. But from my understanding, the owner, the former owner, had it passed down to him, and it was his missus that was selling this on. And so yeah, it was quite a lucky find for me because I don't know, I've managed to make quite a lot of cool stuff with this, just like. I mean, that is beautiful, even on its own. I don't know why it does that kind of. There's almost like a distortion aspect to it. I think there's something that's not quite right inside of the guitar, but I haven't bothered fixing it because honestly, it just adds to that gritty tone of mine that I've got in this absolutely beautiful riff machine. And then obviously you can just play like regular old power chords on the lower strings as well. Metal. On to the very first guitar I ever bought. It is an Epiphone DR100, and we're currently in D standard. Anyway, no, sorry, we're not. We're in Dadgad, I think. Yeah, Dadgad tuning. My bad. Anyway, yeah, so this was the first guitar I actually bought when I committed to playing guitar. Yeah, and I needed something to practice on at home because when I was going to school, we had like the music room, and that had a few guitars in it that like one of my friends would tune up. But I wanted something to actually play at home, and yeah, this became my baby. I learned so many just random like octane rock songs on this thing. Um, the amount of times I've like played it with like two B strings instead, so it just had it ringing out a bit more. Um, the only complaint I have, and it's my fault for this, is like there's a little bit of string rattle, and that's partially due to the fact that I accidentally put a 60 gauge string on here and tuned it to a standard one time. And ever since, obviously, where the nut is, yeah, that's on me. Um, Nevertheless, she still plays absolutely beautifully. I used this on the first song that I actually put out on this channel, Storm in Flight. I'll put that on screen now. Now on to the next guitar that I have. It is an Ibanez. What is this called? I don't know. It's an Ibanez acoustic, and it's shaped like this. Someone tell me what this is in the comments, because I can't remember the model name for the life of me, and I cannot see what that says in there. Anyway, yeah, this was the second guitar I bought, and when I bought it, it had a different bridge in it, and it was a lot higher up, which I wasn't a fan of. So for a while, I switched out the bridge. And then I actually ended up coming back to this. I think this is the same bridge that it came with. And the reason that I switched it, and I also kind of messed with the intonation in the end, was because you could tune really, really low and it still holds the tuning like. I need to work out what that low string is. I think it's either G sharp or F sharp. I can't really work it out. My ears are terrible today. No, it's G. My bad. Okay, so we're in like G. But then like I got two B's on the high. So yeah, you can kind of mess with that. So yeah, you can do cool stuff like that on this. I mean, like you can, as you saw me see, I can play power chords in this tuning. Don't ask me what it's tuned to. It just stays in tune. It always has. It's very good at that. I think it's like a C. Maybe. I have no clue. Either way, it's great when I'm recording heavy stuff and I'll just like plug it into my amp and just get like a really, really thick, nasty tone. Either that or the other thing I do is I'll record it raw through a mic because it's an incredibly low tuned and loud guitar. I will then add an insane amount of saturation and it comes off with a really heavy tone. Now, for this last little entry today, I've got my little Fender ukulele. I just wanted something that was kind of like shaped like a guitar, but was still like ukulele and could play all of that range nice and easily. So I could play like little ambient leads and things like that, and then add a hell of a lot of reverb over it. Can I find a pick, please, within this mess that I'm calling my bedroom? I seriously need to tidy up in here. I very nearly forgot these last two, so I will quickly do those. So I got me this really, really cheap bass. Really cheap online. I think all in all it costed about like 100 quid at most. So really not very much. Couldn't tell you what kind of pickups because I'm no expert when it comes to bass. But yeah, when I bought it, the pickup kind of like fell in. So I was like, okay, that's really annoying. And I tried to get it fixed. Yeah. And that didn't work very well. So yeah, the pickups always work like okay, but the way I usually like record with this thing is I will record it raw instead, so I like unplugged, and then I put it for a preset. You can hear it on songs like Tongueless Choir, where I specifically just sampled like one low note, pitched it around, and added like a bunch of preset stuff to it. I'll make a different preset and a different video on this thing soon, and then you guys can see the absolute might that is this absolute gent machine. Even when you like press into the strings, don't know if you can hear that because it's rattling, but it like pitch bends. So yeah. Alright, and finally we have this little, I don't know, it's clearly made for like people with very tiny hands. I got this at like a charity shop for 20 quid, and I got it in like a big plastic bag, like, you know, the ones that are like absolutely massive. They're like that. I ended up getting this in one of those. I don't know what this is tuned to because I haven't played it in ages, so it's probably gone out of tune. I bought it with only 5 strings because one of the tuning pegs is just gone, and I couldn't be bothered to replace it. So yeah, give me a suggestion. Should I make a song with this little red guitar? Yes or no? Oh, whoopsie. Let me know if I should actually make a song with this. Be cool, but on saying that as well, I'm not sure what other people's opinions are on this. So, you know, let me know down in the comments. Hello, you're dealing with future me here because, of course, I forgot to record the outro. So, thank you very much for watching. And if you liked it, then, you know, subscribe for more awesome content, especially since I've got more songs coming out soon, more one-take stuff, more stuff like this. We've got a bunch of stuff on the agenda. So, you know, stay tuned. Project Hi-Fi, out.